Jeff Begays because we hear the sound of a bang and what appears to be either tear gas or something like that. Jeff?
Yeah, we just think, in the last couple of minutes, we're just seeing things escalate a bit here. We have 5, 6, or 7 or so bangs and more smoke. But what is remarkable to me is that we don't see too many in the crowd moving toward the exit. They're just sort of camped out there. No matter what law enforcement does in terms of these flashbangs and tear gas, they're just sort of camped out there. All right, so things have calmed down a little bit. I don't know if law enforcement is going to start another round of these flashbangs.
You can see the law enforcement right on one of the arches of those windows, pushing supporters out. Actually, that's what it looks like, saying "Get out."
Yeah,
it looks like a concerted eviction effort.
They're crawling out of other offices,
Yes.
having already penetrated those rooms by breaking the glass and climbing in. This is a very narrow balcony on the west front.
This is insanity.
So to get these people off of here, they're going to have to find a staircase to get them to. And you can see people now rubbing their eyes and sort of ducking their heads from what is
larger numbers than we've seen before coming out of that central entryway with 2 doors, and you see people withdrawing. It's essentially withdrawing.
Yeah.
Pulling back, quite obviously under threat of arrest and other consequences, and more flashbangs. You can see the chemical irritant, whatever it is.
It's the police using them against the protesters. They're trying to clear the building, but they're everywhere.
And Jeff, why do you say it's definitely tear gas?
Well, just the color of it, it's this yellow.
Yes.
There's this yellow tint to that smoke. We do have flashbangs mixed in there. I think I got that right. We do have some former law enforcement with us. They're here helping us describe some of the flashes and the bangs that we're seeing. But clearly this is that point that we thought would come, where police are stepping up their efforts to clear the Capitol building. That's what you're seeing right now. And now you see this, it looked like a firecracker, but it's not. It's obviously a flashbang as they try to clear people out.
Oh, put your mask on before you climb out.
I want to bring in Michael Morell, the former acting director of the CIA and
MAGA hat wearer.
CBS News. And Mike, thank you. I guess I need to ask you first about, since you have been at the CIA, how our adversaries may be using, looking, watching at these images.
Nora, it's good to talk to you. It's a terrible day. I think there's 2 things happening overseas. One is what's going through the mind of our adversaries, the Chinese and the Russians.
It sets us up for an attack.
And I think they see this as a significant opportunity, right? They'll use it in 2 ways. One is they will show this to their own people, and they will say, this is what democracy brings, so you should actually be happy that we don't live in a democracy. And secondly, they'll share it with the rest of the world with the talking points that this is what the United States is trying to bring the rest of the world when it talks about spreading democracy. So that's an effort to try to reduce our influence. So that's what our adversaries are doing, Nora. What our friends are doing is wondering what is happening. I received a text earlier today from a foreign ambassador to the United States who is back in his capital, and he said he was sitting with his leader trying to explain what was happening here, and he was at a loss for words. He couldn't do it. So I think
Loss of words is a really good way of saying it.
Our